I'm really about to give y'all my real thoughts on baby mama and baby daddy culture because this app going away, so I don't care no more. To the women first, y'all go procreate with the worst nigga in the world. The worst, and you know he's terrible. As a matter of fact, you picked him because he's terrible and you want to feel superior to somebody. Then he bust inside of you and you kept the baby. You ain't shit. He ain't shit. Guess what? Y'all baby ain't shit. Birthed into a world of ain't shitness. And now you're a victim of a man. Okay. To the fellas, I want you to think about this. You a broke bum bitch, right? You a broke bum bitch. You could barely take care of yourself. You out here going raw in some sugar walls. And a woman that would let a broke bum bitch go raw in her sugar walls. You know she ain't smart. Because you don't look like a good decision to a woman. So she clearly ain't smart and you know that. So when you start having baby mama drama problems, you already know, like, this girl don't make good decisions. She ain't gonna make no good decisions with the baby. She ain't gonna make no good decisions for her life, the baby life, or your life. Don't even get mad. Both of y'all trash. As a matter of fact, y'all should be charged $10 a day to be on the internet. Because every second you're on the internet, you're not working on your real life. And y'all muddying up the waters with all these bum-ass arguments. She won't let me see my baby. He won't give me no money for the baby. Whole time, neither one of y'all should have a baby. And I don't want to hear nothing about eugenics. Oh, what, poor people can't have kids? Fuck no. How about that? I said it. Shut up. Fuck y'all. Poor people should not be having children. If you having money problems, you should not be having children. If you don't have a support system, you should not be having children. If you aren't in the right mental space, you should not be having children. Ain't none of y'all gonna whoop my ass. You popping out kids with no idea how to take care of them. What the fuck? I wouldn't even buy a car if I didn't know how to take care of it. Or at least have the money to take care of it. You gonna have a whole human with no clue. Because your hormones told you to. You know, growing up as a young boy with testosterone, my hormones told me to punch a bunch of people in the face. I didn't do that shit. I didn't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Actions have consequences. Y'all is just stupid. Y'all don't think before y'all act, thinking you're gonna be a big happy family in the middle of the hood. In the middle of the hood, that ain't no place for people. Let's be fucking for real. I've lived in the hood before. It feel like you rubbing shoulders with your neighbors. The walls all thin. Fucking everybody got mental health issues. From old people to young people. Motherfuckers ain't got no decorum. Kids run around outside in diapers. Drug dealers selling drugs in front of fucking kids. Motherfuckers getting into fights. Grown ass men balling up their fists and punching each other. You niggas are terrible. And you gonna have a baby in that environment, you shouldn't be trying to do nothing. If you live in that environment, you shouldn't be trying to do nothing but get out. Claw your way out. But y'all glorify that bullshit. I'm from here, I'm from there. You know why I never talk about, like, my time living in the hood as a kid? That shit is embarrassing. I don't want nobody to know about that shit. Why would I talk about that shit? Some of y'all make that your whole personality. You fucking 30 years old. You lived in the hood till you was 15. Here we are, 15 years later. You still talking about that dumbass shit. You don't have nothing else to talk about. Motherfucker, we could talk about different types of grass before we talk about hood culture and living in the hood and hood life. Ain't shit to be proud of. Oh, he got that dog in him. He from the hood. Shut up.
I'm gonna tell you this about baby mama culture. It affects women more than it will affect a man. Whether you want the child or whether he wants the child or both of you want the child, it will always affect you. You will always be seen as a woman who had a child outside of wedlock, who allowed a man who is not a husband to impregnate her. The consequences of those actions will be heavily emphasized on her than it will ever be on him. We can be hopeful and speak about the future, but we know that we are gonna die, and this problem would be here for the next 3 generations. It probably will be. So what you can do is preserve yourself for the man who shows you right intentions. I'm not going to tell you to stay away from human emotions such as love, your desire to be chosen, your desire to be loved correctly, for you to live your fairy tale fantasy. But for that to happen, it will not happen through your bed boy. It will not happen through you having to change a man, a grown-ass man who's fully functional, who knows what he's doing, to just love you entirely. It's not gonna happen. I know I said happen. But it's never gonna happen. He's never going to see you in the way that you want him to see. So why would he reduce you to a baby mama culture? And I don't want to bash men only, because I don't want to bash women only, because I'm going to go for both. The child is innocent. The child has to deal with your nonsense. Both of you. He has to deal with the fact that the child has inconsistent parents. And the child has to be the responsibility of somebody else. Whether it's an institution, a guardian, parent, it's going to be the responsibility of somebody else other than you. You're going to go to postpartum. You're going to go through depression. He's going to be out there living his life without a care that he has a child, because his father probably did the same to him, and he's going to do it to your child because he is sick like that. He's a sick man, and you give a sick man children. And what's mind-blowing is that there's another woman who's going to give him a child. Another one. All of you are not victim. As long as you are over the age of 25, you are not a victim. Because often than not, I realize that people know what they're doing. They want to be in the circumstances that they are in. They want to be with the men that they are with. And there's nothing you can do about that, because they want to be with those men. You can try to criticize them. You can try to advise them. It doesn't matter the tone. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you want the man. You want him for yourself. You feel that he is deserving to be loved by you. And that's why you put yourselves in these situations. Because you know that it's him you want. So what am I going to do with that? So you gave him a child knowing intentionally, well, while you're having unprotected sex, you know you're going to get pregnant. There's just no way. Another thing is that you live in the townships as well. Like he says, you live in the township. The township is a concentration camp. It's a concentration camp. And it feasts upon the dysfunction of people. And the only way to survive the township is to keep to yourself. And you'll see, like, when you keep to yourself, you minimize the drama, you minimize access, you minimize time wasted on things that are not productive. Once you start doing that, even if you don't live in the townships or the hood, like he says, but you live somewhere else where it's chaotic, when you keep to yourself, you find that trouble will not find you. Because you said to yourself, you are desired, you are driven by something else, like money. I'm driven by money if I were to live in that circumstances, because I would know, I'm getting out. I live in the farm. I love the farm. I like controlling and owning my space. So living elsewhere that's not the city is not for me. I want to control the vision. I want to see what I see and let it be what I want it to be. But anyway, when you keep on chasing men, as my mother would say, I can't translate that in English, but you'll be swallowed by tragedy. English is not my first language. But you'll be swallowed by hardship if you don't pick the right person. Because oftentimes you know he's not the right person, but you want him anyway. You want him to love you, to fix you, your daddy issues, your mommy issues, whatever issues that you have. And he also has them. And then with the society that entices toxic masculinity, we're in trouble. We are sincerely in trouble. But for as long as we don't fix ourselves, things are gonna go from shittier to shittier every single day. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you in my next episode.